What's up, YouTube family? How we doing today? My name is Coreybmtg here, bringing you another special YouTube video of Mastering Modern here. A new series that I'm trying out until Time comes out online of just exploring different standard or different modern decks and talking about the good, the bad matchups, why I'm playing this, if I like it, playing a match, of course, and then some feedback on the deck afterwards and any kind of changes that I would make. Not going to be making any changes this time because I have already made the changes that I want to see in this deck. I played this deck a couple weeks ago in a Modern Challenge. I played it in 2 leagues. I went 9-1 in leagues, and then I believe I went 5-3 in the challenge, punting away a match that could have been a win and in. But that's the history I've had with this deck, and so far it's my favorite Modern deck. It's the one I've been having the most success with. I know another 4 Uro or 3 Uro, like my last video, deck, and it's that good. It's that good of a card right now, and it's really hard for me to not justify playing it. Now, all of this Mastering Modern is not going to be all Uro deck, so if you're like, God, another Uro deck, kill me now, you know? Like, no, we will not be playing them all the time, and in fact, next Mastering Modern will for sure not feature the powerful Titan to give some other perspectives on Modern right now. So, everyone, about Sultai midrange here, this is just what I consider the best Uro deck. There's so many spells. I mean, we have Thoughtseize, Fatal Push, all of these spells that you cast very aggressively, so you get to turbo out an Uro really quickly. Now, when saying that, this is not a deck where you just jam Uro on 3, unless you have maybe Thoughtseize or Fatal Push as your follow-up when you play that 4th land. For the most part, this is a deck where you play Uro when it gets you to, like, let's say land 6, and then have, like, one of your Archmage's Charms as a backup. And then the next turn you Uro, get land 7, have that same counter spell. That's all you're really trying to do is land Uro with protection and then take over the game from there. And it's a recipe that's been working quite well for me. Similar to the last video, this deck doesn't have any extremely bad matchups, but it is kind of flipped from where it was with the 4-color Omnath ramp, where this deck you actually really do want to be playing against aggressive decks. You want to be playing against creature decks. 4 Fatal Push, you know, I mean, it's kind of the reason why we switched to a couple more Lightning Bolts. It's doing its best Fatal Push impression, but you really can't beat Fatal Push. It is such a good card right now. Still kills Uro, still kills Omnath, and still kills all the Prowess creatures. So that's why I like this deck. The versatility is amazing. Now, here's the biggest problem with the deck. Cavern of Souls. This card's a nightmare for this deck. We have so many counter spells that it's really tough when their cards go uncounterable. I know, shocking. High-level magic right here for the YouTube families. I'm giving it to all of you for free. I know, impressive stuff, right? Where this deck does struggle, I think big mana is a little bit trickier. Big mana in the sense of Tron lands. But big mana in the sense of Primeval Titan stuff, it's okay, but once again, Cavern of Souls from their deck gets us pretty badly. So it is kind of flipped, as weird as it is from our Omnath deck, even though those decks share a lot of similarities. So, all right, without any further ado, let's play some Magic. And there won't really be a recap at the end of this one because this is the list I recommend. The list that I was playing before had, let's see, a Spell Snare was in there, 3 Force of Negation, and there was no Primeval Titan. Other than that, the creator of the deck, and I'm so sorry that I'm blanking on your name, he's been dominating with it online. I want to say Scott, I'm just going to be wrong. I thought it was like Garcia or something like that. But he's been just doing great in events, and for the majority of this, I was taking that list from him and making some changes to suit my play style. So, all right, let's do this. I'm going to shrink myself, move this background stuff, and let's play some Magic. Wish our opponent good luck. They're gonna need it. I've had too much coffee today, everyone. Sorry. All right, so let's go first. Really awkward with the double field, but outside of that, it's okay. All we do is need one blue source to start drawing some cards, so I think I'm going to keep this one. But this is a close keep, because we can't even actually cast Abrupt Decay right now. But I still think it's fine. A little bit of a loose goose, but anyone who knows me, you keep some Corey keeps every once in a while. I've been training under the dojo of Seth Manfield for years, so I've accepted loose keeps as my holy ghost and savior here. All right, looks like they mold to 6, and let's kick it off. All right, what are we up against? A blue deck. Could be a lot of things. Another charm leads me to want to play this island, because if we get another land here, you know, then we're pretty much on. But right now, we're not doing anything this turn. Blue Tron, huh? Okay. That could be bad. Well, nah, we still need a land to do anything. An untapped land. A little punish for playing the island in this scenario. Otherwise, we would have played our second field now. So why would you lead on island? I think it's something that may not hold any warrant, but why would you lead on that instead of a Tron land? Is there some kind of 1-mana counterspell? And that leads me to believe they have a spell snare. Okay, can't cast anything except our force. But next turn we can Jace, which is okay. But I'm guessing they're going to like Thirst for Knowledge or something here. Okay, I hope they just play something. I hope you destroy our land. I'm going to go for it because I can force on their turn. And what else am I doing, right? Are you going to strip one of my lands? I would love that. Okay, withdrawing the blue source, I kind of want to hold off on Jace and just charm. So we'll go like this. This is a control deck. Remember, we are playing a control deck at its core here. So Drago is usually the preferred playstyle because you don't have to commit anything to the battlefield to actually win with this deck because it's a Field of the Dead deck. What a stupid card. I don't have to play win cons because my lands do it. Pretty egregious. Now if they field us, they're actually helping out our field count, but, you know. Now our hand has developed quite well. Now we just got to avoid things like Ulamog or something, you know. Those cards are just going to be tough to beat. But not impossible. All right, Mikey. There used to be one player that played Mono Blue Tron every single event. I played him in the top 8 of a challenge recently. Now, if they destroy a Field of the Dead, not much I can do about it. Yeah, I wonder if they just take the Triome, yep. Now that I can do something about, right? Because 1, 2, 3... Yeah, I think I'll do it. Let's get a Snow Island. Could just draw 2 cards here. I guess there's no real point, right? Unless I get some 3-mana spell that I'm going to cast, but I don't think that'll be the case. But maybe I get a mana leak. Well, do I want to give them a chance to counter something with their mana? They can't really mana leak it, so actually I will. They can remand it. That's probably the worst for me, but... So maybe I fell into their trap here a little bit. Yep, that's good. But now, the one thing I like about this is they might go for something, and then we have the Force followed up by Jace. Then we can shuffle away these bad cards. I think we'll get Breeding Pool with this Flooded Strand. God, I love this deck, though. This deck is sweet. Walking Ballista. Yeah, I don't care about that. Don't care about that in the slightest. Now I kind of... Well, actually, I kind of want to not sack this in case Jace resolves, but I don't think it will right now. So the real question is, am I going to cast Jace next turn? And I don't think so with 3 mana open. They can just have Condescend, another Remand. I think this is going to be a turn where I'm just going to go draw go. So I think I'm just going to get Breeding Pool or Watery Grave. I don't have another Triome, I believe. If I do have a second one, I'll get that, but I kind of can't remember. Nope. So yeah, we need double green, and you usually only need 1 black, so. Okay, that's a bit of a tilt. But we can't just play something now, so we'll say go. Remember, I always have to just keep reminding myself, I'm a control deck, I'm a control deck, I'm a control deck. So you don't want to force through stuff just to make land drops. We're not a ramp deck. We draw go a lot. And this we'll deal with at our convenience. Right now we have no way to kill it, but I mean, we could just charm it, I guess. That is a removal spell too. This is really the power of this deck. Archmage's Charm is just one of the best blue cards out in Modern right now. And this is one of the few decks that can use it pretty successfully. So we know they have 6 spells as well. Alright, let's try to Divination at instant speed. Busted. Now if they go to counter this, yeah, I wouldn't think they would. Okay. So now I want to play something so I don't discard. And that something should just be a Bloodchief's Thirst. Then hold up some counter magic. Try to draw 2 cards again. We're going to do this for a while until just Field of the Dead starts doing its thing. Ouch! 1 damage. Okay, we'll say go. Putting a Ballista on top? I don't think I care about that in the slightest. They're going to play a 1/1 Walking Ballista? Over and over? They didn't have a land. This seems silly to me. Yeah, I'm just going to draw cards again. Doesn't seem like a winning recipe to me. All I'm doing is tempoing them out, but I'm tempoing them out quite well. I'll take 1 damage in the exchange. Eventually we draw Uro and life totals just don't matter anymore. And or just zombies, you know? Like, we're very close to zombies here. Breeding Pool makes us a little further, but... Okay. Aether Gust is going to be useless. We might try to cast Jace this turn. Because if we play this land on tap, we can Jace with counter backup and then force. But then they can put a counter on this and kill Jace. Unless we tick up. That's a good point. Yeah, if we tick up, they can't kill it. So that's what we're going to do. Jace, tick up on herself probably. Well, we do know they want land, so I think I will tick up on them. Counter unless you pay 2? Guess I just pay it, huh? I'll pay 2. Gonna force it now? Okay. Let's see how they scryed. 2 cards to the bottom. So they're still looking for land. I'm gonna try to deprive them of that. But just an island, I think, you know, the worst case scenario is they get a Urza's power plant, and then I feel real bad. I think this is okay. But maybe not. Now we're going to give it to him. And we'll say go. Now we have a big spell on lockdown here, but a giant worm coil or something will get a little annoying. You know, we can just bounce it with one of our many things, but... That's one of the spells I was chatting about. Let's get that out of there. Remand doesn't do it because we can just cast it again. Does kind of, you know, strip some cards from us, but that's okay. Do not want the Karn Father to resolve. I will pay the 1. Do they know how Condescend works? That you can just pay the amount that they tell you to pay, and then it resolves. Okay. And now we can brainstorm safely because in response to them putting on a counter, we can Abrupt Decay it. There's Uro. Hello. All right, let's draw some cards. Okay, these are cards. Now we don't need 2 Uros, so I will get rid of one of them and one Abrupt Decay. Yeah. Okay, let's get another black source with this. I think we have a second Watery Grave. Yep. Green, blue, colorless, Uro. Then we can Thoughtseize plus some stuff. I guess we Thoughtseize first. Just make sure that this play is okay. Wormy Coil, Fae of Wishes, and Condescend. I think I don't care about much of this. I think I just get rid of Condescend. Because if they put the counter on, then we kill it, and if they don't, then we counter whatever they play. Here's Uro to set it up for next turn. Things are going well. Even better. Okay. I guess we could just bring back Uro. Wait, do I have another green source? I don't think I do. Gotta double check this. Just the 2 breeding pools in this, but I can't hit that. Okay. So we're not gonna do Uro, which is completely fine. I don't even think that's the best play. I think just defending Jace is probably the best. There is some world where I'm supposed to kill this. No, nah. We just don't want to see a Tron land because then they get to just do a lot. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, because then they could like Granted plus Wormcoil or just put a bunch of counters on. No blocks. Abrupt Decay. Yeah, they were dead. They were dead. Okay, so Blue Tron. I suppose our anti-blue card is fine. Thoughtseize is okay. Life of the Loam, if we can get the Field of Ruin Life of the Loam trick going. Life of the Loam has been insane for me, for what it's worth. Ashiok seems pretty good. Maybe just one. Abrupt Decay and Trophy don't seem great. Well, Fatal Pushes are really bad. So Abrupt Decay is okay. It's Abrupt okay. I'll see myself out. It looks like I probably want something like this. Yep. All these cards are pretty bad. I always just do a nice sideboard check up here. Be like, do I want any of these cards in this against this matchup? And not really. Oh, never mind. Veil of Summer has got to be good. Silly Core. Okay, good. Because I didn't want, like, let's say Abrupt Decays. Those aren't very good. Yeah, this looks fine. All right, game 2 of part 2 of Mastering Modern. Once again, leave me some feedback, y'all, in the comments. Really appreciate it on this new little mini series that I'm trying. I want to try more stuff like this in the future, if it's liked. I will keep. Power Plant. I could have forced that, I guess, but I don't think that's worth it. Pretty much are positive of their play this turn, so I don't think we're going to be countering anything. So I think we can just play this. Or just play this. Yeah. We'll start trying to make some zombies in 7 turns. This game is definitely looking more scary. This game could easily end with us saying, God, we should have forced that turn 1 play. Easily could be the case. Let's go like this. We'll say go. Now they just get to count 1, 2, 7. Didn't sack the map. I guess they just already have the Tron piece. Or it was a wicked misclick. Wow. Our opponent is not playing great. I will unfortunately give him that. But they have Tron, so it doesn't matter. We're still going to probably lose. Another map. I can leak that, but at this point I don't really care, right? Like their mana is pretty set. I mean, when am I really going to get used for leak, though, is the real question. So actually I think I will leak this. Let's go with blue, black. And we'll mana leak. Okay, now the real question is going to be, do I want to Ashiok here and start milling ourselves? And then have Force available? Or just land go? I think both are justifiable. Flooded Grove really helps with Uro, so if we do start just milling ourselves, we can find Uro pretty quickly. We also want to just draw go for quite a while anyways. So I think it's just a draw go turn. Maybe we can get him with a dispute. Then we feel pretty stupid if they just go let island go is the only problem. But we also feel stupid if they go Wormcoil, right? Wormcoil screws us here. But a land into Wormcoil gets us as well. So I think it is just land go, but I do think it's close. I want to try to get use out of this dispute. Besides just pitching it to Force. 10 mana. Okay. Let's get the Triome. Okay. I think we'll play this untapped. Sego. I don't think they play too many Ulamogs in this build. They go for like the Mindslaver lock instead, I'm pretty sure. But we'll find out. Yeah, we might have just got them from blue here, so that's good. And they already drew a second tower. Okay, I don't want to do any Cryptic Command bouncing stuff because they're not at discard size or anything, so we'll just draw. Jace. Don't think we're ready to cast that quite yet, although it is going to resolve. This one, actually, I think I am going to do. Yeah, because I'll have Dispute plus, if they play Wormcoil, we can just bounce it, right? So we're not afraid of Wormcoil anymore. So I think this is right. They could have Force of Negation. And then, whatever. Draw 3 cards. I'm going to try to shuffle away this Sanctuary. They're much better in the deck. That's the thing I love about this deck, is just Jace manipulates your stuff so easily. Well, I don't want... I'd rather have lands than Jace, I guess, than a second one. So let's put that away. Actually, I should have left Jace in hand to use it as a force pitch, but we got enough. All right, big turn for them. If they don't do anything here, they're dead. Well, y'all, this maybe wasn't the best match that we've had as far as closeness. We did just do some dominating, but to be fair, oh yeah, look at that hand. Well, I mean, we stopped him from doing that. But yeah, holy crap. Shark Typhoon was going to be a huge problem. It's going to be a huge problem. Let's see if they said anything. Oh, chat's already away, but all right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave me some feedback in the comment section of how you like mastering Modern here so far. This is our second one. Next one will be a non-Uro deck. I'm not sure of what yet, but we got a couple days to decide. So thank you so much. And as always, if you liked the video, please like, subscribe, smash the button. All those boomer lingos. It's Lit Fam. I'll be making more Lit Fam videos. Okay, goodbye, everyone.